totally baseless.
Hey, it's Totally Baseless, where the name pretty much says it all. My name's John, and with us is a guy who, actually the only guy I know, who uses Homer Simpson as his parenting role model. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
That's a bad thing?
And a guy who looks at Marge like that'd be a good wifely role model. Dave, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
All right, are you ready for this week's trivia question?
Bring it.
Yes.
All right. Doesn't matter if you're ready or not.
Mhm.
What was
Here
the
it comes.
most watched TV episode of the 1990s? Bam.
Seinfeld. The ending of Seinfeld.
Was that in the 90s?
I think
98,
so.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your guess, Dan?
Since he stole my answer, Wings.
Oh, that's a bogus
Las
answer. Come
Cruces.
on. No other guess? Wings?
I'm sticking with Wings.
All right. 1993, the Cheers finale.
Oh,
All right. What about the 80s? What do you think?
Oh, MASH.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
think
with
that's the
MASH.
all-time one as a ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah. The MASH
like a
finale.
percent.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
farewell, and amen.
Yeah.
I thought it was Amen. Oh, I've totally misread that all these years.
Hey, dude. Let's get started with dolphins. Something pleasant and peaceful. Dolphins just gliding through the oceans and getting high. In a new story, they found that dolphins used a puffer fish. Apparently, the nerve toxin in these blowfish or puffer fish get them high, and they chew them and then pass them around to each other.
Mainly it's just the teenage dolphins that do this, though, right?
But you do need to be 21, a 21-year-old dolphin.
Mostly at concerts, at fish concerts.
Whoa,
No.
nice tie-in there.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Puff, puff, pass.
That's,
Or puffer,
that's
puffer
probably
pass.
the most common phrase at a fish concert.
Hey, man, pass the puffer.
Actually, the most common phrase is, what the fuck am I doing here?
Is it still the same song?
It's all the same song.
Are the dead over yet?
So I'm a fish head, not a dead head.
Are
Just
you
to
a
be
roly-poly
clear,
fish
dolphins
head?
are not fish, but they would go to a fish concert to eat, I guess.
Yes, to smoke puffer fish, to get high off puffer fish.
Yeah, right.
They go where the fish are.
But I hear it's purely medicinal, though. So it's okay.
Yeah, right.
And those things are shaped like bongs anyway, right?
They are
Puffer
a
fish.
little bit.
Also now, like, I'm getting images of like dolphins like playing hacky sack and like dancing in drum circles,
What are those little hats? Those flappy hats?
like the Rasta hats.
Rasta hats, yeah.
So it's mainly the Jamaican dolphins that do this. Then
It's interesting how they caught this. They actually put spy cameras hidden in fake turtles, fish, and squid to show the dolphins in their natural habitat. So they put it inside of their food and fake food so they can film them.
were these like a bunch of high marine biologists, though? Because like, how did they come up with this idea?
That idea sounds high. Yeah.
Right. I've got a brilliant idea. We'll get really high and we'll put a camera in the dolphin food.
The producers of the show actually have a series where they do that to lions in the wild. They'll have one where they put cameras in, I don't know, whatever lions. Well, they can eat whatever they want to eat, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think the lion version's been as successful, right? It just keeps eating all the cameramen.
Oddly enough, the lions also like puffer fish.
Yeah, for some reason.
Puffer fish is like everybody's favorite food now.
Or at least every college freshman is now going to be going out for sushi.
Yeah,
I'd
it
like-
got really popular really quick.
I'd like the puffer fish, please.
Yeah.
I'll take the puffer fish and this dashiki and this blacklight Pink Floyd poster.
And a whole lot of Funyuns.
Is this the
and
dolphin still
Twinkies.
talking?
Sure, why not?
Dolphins, teenagers, it's all the same.
All
They're
right.
teenage dolphins.
Well, a guy who just sounds like he's been eating too much blowfish and nerve toxins, maybe he just has a condition, is Herschel Walker, who compares his multiple personality condition to Jesus, saying it's not a disorder because Jesus also had multiple personalities. In a quote, he says, "Do our Lord Jesus Christ have a mental illness because he said he's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? To me, those are three different personalities."
So in essence, Herschel Walker is saying that Jesus Christ was batshit crazy.
Or that Herschel Walker is godlike.
Oh, that's not a good look.
Yeah. Either one.
Either one,
Very-
Herschel Walker is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the question is, did Jesus have three kids that he's denied parenting?
Or a Heisman Trophy.
Or multiple bizarre outbursts where he threatened ex-girlfriends, followed them home. Not even ex-girlfriends, but girls that he was infatuated with.
Well, unfortunately, Twitter and the instant message DMs from that time have not been kept up. So we just have Herschel Walker's side of this.
Okay, then he's got
Ahem. Let's refer him Georgia Senate candidate Herschel Walker.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's right. That's why we're mentioning him. I should introduce him properly.
Yeah.
Your
That's a-
Honor, Herschel Walker.
Yeah, he's a train wreck. So he's running for state senate.
Georgia Senator, federal.
No, I think he's running for like the big enchilada.
Oh,
like,
so he would be like on par with Marjorie Taylor Greene then, right? 'Cause-
She's a representative.
yeah, but the
She's one of
US
400,
congresswoman.
whatever, and he would be one
Yeah.
of 100.
yeah.
yeah,
So he would be like at the
Yeah.
top level of our government.
no, Georgia, don't do it, don't do it.
So what other comparisons can there be between Herschel Walker, Georgia Senate candidate with multiple personality disorder, and our Lord Jesus Christ?
I heard Jesus Christ once actually tried out for the Olympic bobsled team as well.
Yeah.
Played for the Cowboys. One of them did. I'm sorry, only one of them did. I'll let you
Jesus
decide.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll let you figure out which one.
Well, if you live in Texas and it's Troy Aikman, it's Jesus Christ, so it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, they take their Dallas Cowboys seriously in Texas. I would say if he really thinks he's Christ-like, I say try to kill yourself and see if you come back.
Try
in
to
3
go
days.
meet him as soon as possible. Is
Well,
that your
yeah.
advice?
No, try to see if you can come back in 3 days after that. Then we'll find out if he's actually Christ-like.
Well, you could also just try walking on water.
They're turning
Well,
water into wine.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Some
easier
of
ways
his
to go.
easier parlor tricks. I mean, miracles.
But if you're gonna go, go big, go large, right? You're gonna do it. I mean, I don't think
No.
that's what I don't think that's what he meant. Obviously, he didn't mean he was godlike.
So has he
Or-
been actually diagnosed with multiple personality disorder?
Yes, by a pastor / doctor of philosophy.
I
Not a
love
psychiatrist.
those tacos. Those out pastor tacos are the best.
They're so good, they make you see Jesus.
Yeah.
Or make you think you're Jesus.
So this guy's a pastor and a what? He's the one who diagnosed him.
Yes, he's a friend. He's a friend of his. They went to the same school. They went to college together, or they were on track team together, or something. But the guy became a pastor, and then eventually he got his doctorate in philosophy. But somehow this guy leached on to Herschel Walker because now he's like friends with Herschel Walker. He diagnosed him with having multiple personalities.
So did
Personalities
he
disorder.
confused like a doctorate in philosophy with a doctor of medicine?
I don't know. I'm telling you, this guy, his friend that diagnosed him, is one of those guys that should be on one of those Reawaken America tours. I think he's that type of doctor and pastor. The guy says his treatment is legit because it's been written up in the Journal of Psychiatry and Christianity. That's an actual journal. And I don't think you can mix those two together.
If you mix
Basic-
those two together, it's the Journal of Quackery.
Yes.
It's not like chocolate and peanut butter. They don't become better together.
I've been diagnosed as having demons, basically, is what this guy does.
Oh, man. Huh.
So yeah, he's a full-on quack leech that found Herschel Walker as his gravy train, is what I think.
Well, it's just let's make sure we got your honest opinion there.
In my humble, honest opinion.
Yeah.
So is this doctor related to that doctor from a couple of weeks ago that was the COVID demon slash
the demon
church
sperm.
lady?
That's what I
Maybe.
was saying. That
Yeah.
he should be on that Reawaken America tour.
He might be. There's a lot of people in that tour. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Herschel Walker's probably attended a few of those.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he should try some medicinal marijuana
A pufferfish.
or a pufferfish. Yeah, that's.
I mean, one of two things can happen, right? He can either ingest too much toxin that he'll have a chance to see if he's Christ-like, or he can get high and chill out.
Either way, I think we win. We
Yeah.
all win. Yeah. Well, Herschel Walker might benefit from some good old-fashioned weed. It's helped a lot of friends of mine like Cheech and Chong who swear by it. But in New Jersey, it is legal to buy and use weed now, along with law enforcement officials as well. So policemen can now buy and smoke weed in New Jersey, which is not like other states who have banned their law enforcement officers from using pot. But in New Jersey, they didn't include this carve out. So there's now a lot of questions about, are police going to be high when they're on duty?
Where will they ever find pot, though?
Yeah, it's a tough one. There's now several dispensaries in New Jersey.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way they would know anywhere to get pot, these cops.
Yeah. Ask Officer Serpico.
Conveniently located next to the donut shop.
Oh man, that would make a killing.
That's like the perfect business model.
Which one? Both.
So like the great state of New Jersey is worried about the reputation of their police force. Hasn't that ship like sailed?
Yeah, we don't want the cops to be known as potheads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
or
that really?
corrupt.
Yeah.
We don't mind them being on the take or beating people, but smoking dope. No.
We don't mind them being associated with the mob or anything, but come on, we don't want them to be dopers. Bunch of reefer addicts.
The tables have turned.
I mean, it might actually be beneficial, really, if the cops are allowed to get high, that could be a lot
Sure.
mellower. Just
Chill out a bit. Less
less
beatings.
beatings.
It'd be like,
They won't hurt as much.
they'd be like, hey man, we said stop, man. Stop, man. All right, never mind, man. We'll catch you next time.
Do you know how
You're
fast you
fast.
were going? Because neither do I.
Yeah. Just slow down, man. Slow down.
Like they're just pulling each other over at this point. Not even.
There's the cops pulling over cops, huh?
Or cops just pulling over like people who are smoking pot. We smell reefer. You got some?
Yeah.
How about a hit?
I'm gonna have to confiscate that. It's evidence.
But sir, it's legal here. Quiet. No one's
I'll be the
asking
judge of
you.
that. So is Snoop Dogg going to be an honorary
Officer
member of, like,
Dog.
the New Brunswick Police Department?
Yeah, he's the mascot. Yeah. Oh, it used to be, what is it? McGruff, the crime
Yeah.
dog? McPuff now.
We've repurposed these costumes. He's now McPuff.
Yep, they're saying you can't tell if somebody smoked on the job an hour before they started the job, 8 hours before, or a week before. according
I'm
to
pretty
some
sure
guy.
I'm
you
pretty
can.
sure you'd be able to
You
tell
can.
if someone smoked an hour before
Hour
the job.
before.
Yeah, an hour. I'm like,
The red eye and the scent of patchouli gives it away.
And if you can't tell, then you shouldn't be a cop.
all right. I don't know about cops puffing up in New Jersey, but I know where there was a lot of weed going on. A party where 200 teenagers, high schoolers, broke into an $8 million house to party. And of course, they got caught because they posted everything on Snapchat and Instagram and probably some of the TikToks too. But guess what state this happened in?
Could it be Florida?
Yes, you're right. These are little Florida men and women in training. Apparently, they broke open a back door to enter the property and snuck in from there. And then teenagers streamed in. There was some noise complaints at 1 or 2 in the morning when the kids scattered like rats leaving a sinking ship.
But at least they had a good time, right?
Well, are you a parent, Dave? What you want your kids
I'd want to be
breaking into
partying.
a house?
I'd want to be partying with them.
Now, as a parent, I'm upset at them for breaking in. As a normal human being, I'm upset for them for being jackasses and recording it all and getting themselves arrested.
Yeah,
And,
that's
Gonna do
evidence of
stupid
their
shit.
guilt, even.
Yeah.
yeah. If it's not on social media, it didn't happen. So their need to be on social media outweighed their need to not get caught.
Yeah.
Jackasses.
Do I leave evidence of a crime? Or does nobody know that I was at the bitchiness party ever? What do I do?
That's the police interrogation technique. They go, "Hey Dan, we know you weren't cool. You weren't cool enough to go to this party, right?"
I didn't see anything on Snapchat, son. I've been checking the TikToks. You're not showing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, here on my phone. Look, that's me right there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And then they're like, got another one. Yeah, these kids aren't smart enough.
Yeah, I'm
know.
thinking these are the children of the January 6th insurrectionists. And dudes walking by the camera with the podium.
Gotta film it. Gotta film it. Let the whole world know. Look.
You know,
Woohoo,
you're
look at me.
breaking into a place you're not supposed to be, having a grand old time. Where did you learn to do this, Dan? Where?
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Yeah. You can't really say much at that point, huh?
Yeah. Apparently, these are like kids that have taken like the phrase jackass like as a term of like pride now. It's like,
Challenge accepted.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to do something illegal and get caught? I'll show you.
I put it all at Mark Zuckerberg. It's all his fault. The Facebooks and the Twitters.
I blame Tom from the MySpace guy.
Yeah.
Him and his damn top 5. Everybody trying to one up each other. This will
Yeah.
get me the top 5.
Well, the parents were doing their jobs, I guess. They identified some of their kids and called the sheriff's office to report what was going on.
Yeah, that's my kid right there. He's a jackass getting pummeled right there in the boxing match.
Yeah, keep your hands up, chin down. Come on, kid. You gotta fight. Do it right.
Yeah, once again, I think the parents were just pissed off that their kids were like,
Kids these days, man, can't even party right.
that's the problem with this generation. They don't know how to party.
That's right. Youth and alcohol is wasted on the young. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
They don't even know how to fight for their right to party.
Oh, well played, sir. Well played.
Well, another invasive species is the Burmese python, also in Florida. The largest one just got caught. He got caught not because he Snapchatted himself. He was ratted out by his own kind. 215 pounds, 18 feet, and this female had 122 eggs. So part of the effort to stop the invasive species from wiping out all of native animals in Florida, upwards of 90% of raccoons, possum, and other birds and mammals are getting basically removed by these pythons. So the result is they have, you may have seen in the news before, an annual python hunt to kill and track down and kill as many of these invasive predators as possible.
Now, for those of you that are into adult films, an annual python hunt is not what you're thinking it is.
They don't go out there with the measuring stick.
Oh, okay.
Wrong kind of python hunt, sir.
just all sorts of wrong.
How dare you turn a legitimate ecological disaster into filth?
What are
But
you
it
guys
is-
talking about? These are snakes that are damaging the environment.
But it's Florida. They're damaging Florida.
How natural is that environment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You know what? You get what you deserve, right?
It's the circle of life, right? I mean, they're on a giant swamp, right? They're not supposed to be there in the first place.
Who,
That's
the
nature,
people or the pythons?
the people. So it's,
Okay.
it's nature taking back. It's nature taking back its land.
I mean, it's they're not eating people yet, but
It's a python. Those things will eat anything. That thing's like the apex predator of that ecological location, I guess. Right? No, does it have any enemies? No, it's just killing everything there.
Yeah. Bob
Rednecks?
Metesky of Florida considers them his enemy.
Yeah, just a bunch of rednecks with guns and pokers or whatever they're hunting them with.
Yes, guns and pokers.
that's how they,
That's how they do it.
They shoot them and poke them. I don't know.
That's what
I'm
she
not
said.
a python hunter.
Apparently not.
Yep.
Well,
yeah,
this
and you'll
year's
never
Python
be one,
hunt-
sir. Not with that attitude.
Yeah. This year's Python challenge runs from August 5th to August 14th, and they're hoping they catch hundreds, if not thousands, of the snakes. They said there's maybe up to 100,000 of these pythons roaming around the swamps of Florida.
I love how they can make this into like a fun activity, though. It's a Python challenge.
It's fun for the whole family.
Sure.
It's like Whacking Day on The Simpsons.
Yeah, leave the poor snakes alone. Why did Springfield have so many snakes anyway? That was a lot of snakes in that episode.
Oh, it was just an excuse to beat up the Irish.
All right. Well, there's a $2,500 prize, not for beating up an Irish person, but for the largest number of snakes that you catch. So it's not a bad prize if you're into that. And the largest, or I should say, the longest snake gets a $1,500 prize. But the snakes must be killed humanely.
So if you inhumanely kill the snake, you get nothing. I mean,
Yeah, that's part of the rules.
but what's the humane way? Like, oh, here, let me put on some soft music and then gently lull you to death. How do you humanely kill a python?
You sneak up on it, blast it to the back of the head. Pop, pop,
How does it sound?
pop, pop.
Oh man,
A double tap, right? You like just like they did
No Country
like
for
a-
Old Men kind of style.
no, like they did with Osama bin Laden. Pop, pop. And get the
Hey,
Navy
friendo.
SEAL. Get them-
Friendo. You walk up to a python and what do you say?
Hey, friendo.
Okay, friendo.
Call it heads or tails.
And then cattle prod him right to the forehead. Well,
Yeah.
Or maybe a
Uh,
python prod. Is there a
both,
python
yeah.
prod?
All right. Well, these pythons aren't the only invasive species out there. 15,000 millionaires are expected to flee from Russia during 2022. 15% of the country's ultra-rich population. The top destination is Dubai and the UAE, where they've been buying up real estate. This is much higher than the normal 4,000 or 5,000 that have been leaving every year. And of course, the Ukraine war and sanctions have a lot to do with that.
This has the makings for the world's worst telethon. Won't someone please think of the millionaires? Help the Russian millionaires.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't feel too, I feel a little bit bad for the ones who are really anti-Putin, or where, there could be a lot of political persecution with some of these guys. Because you've seen Putin doesn't hesitate to eliminate some competition or criticism.
I'm sure there are some nice, stand-up, decent, well-meaning Russian millionaires, but I'm pretty much sure those aren't these guys.
But the other 14,900 are not.
There's some that are assholes.
I'm pretty sure if you're a millionaire in Russia, you had to do some pretty assholey things to become a millionaire in Russia. So I don't feel too bad for them.
I just find it suspect when they flee to such bastions of human rights as Dubai and the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
also
where
there's Saudi Arabia. and-
Saudi Arabia.
where can we keep being asshole millionaires?
Yeah.
That's the tough question. Yeah, well, with sanctions, Londongrad, as they call it, it's gotten so much Russian money, and the U.S. are not as open to Russians as they used to be. But they are two Ukrainians, and they're losing. They're expected to lose about 2,800 of their millionaires, which is about 42% of their millionaire population. Of course, that goes along with the other 6 million people who have left the country since the war began.
But
Oh,
let's
yeah,
just feel bad about the millionaires.
Those poor, sad millionaires.
Having to
I mean, I
fly
feel a little bit-
coach.
Well, with things getting wiped out in Ukraine, buildings going down right and left, I'm sure a lot of these people, some of them probably think they are still millionaires when they're not anymore.
Yeah.
That's a sad part.
Once again, I feel bad for them, but you're still a millionaire, dude. You're a millionaire in a different country. We'll take the Ukrainian millionaires. I mean, I'm sure they have nice tracksuits and whatnot, so we'll take them.
It's Russian track. This is a staple of the movies, right?
Yeah,
Russian mobsters in
and
tracksuits.
Tracksuits. Yeah, right. Actually, any mobster, right? Gets the tracksuit treatment.
Well, because they need, to be comfortable when they do their business.
Yeah. Trash collecting.
Beating up people, breaking legs.
The cement business is very, rigorous work. You want to be comfortable in something that breathes well.
A tracksuit.
There you go. Well, I'm sure they're taking a lot of stuff with them, smuggling stuff out of the country, diamonds, cash, even drugs. Like this guy who flew into Charlotte, North Carolina from the Dominican Republic with 23 pounds of cocaine hidden in his wheelchair, which he maybe wasn't the best guy for this job. He couldn't answer some basic questions. According to police, they said his answers didn't match up and his physical purported handicap did not match up. So he wasn't good at pretending that he needed this wheelchair, which led police to find 4 packages of cocaine in the seat cushions with an estimated street value of $378,000.
Yeah, something tells me this was like this guy's first day on the job. It's like, all right, you're going to be in a wheelchair. What's your disability? I'm blind. I mean, like, how hard is it?
Exactly. Not the right answer.
He needs to think a little bit faster than that, right?
That probably didn't require extensive police work to trip this guy up.
Maybe he was reaching into the seat cushions a bit too much.
So, sir, if you could smuggle any drug, hypothetically, into the country for your disability, what would it be?
Cocaine.
My disability is I'm a dumbass. I don't know.
Yeah, basically. Well, he's a 22-year-old. So maybe not the most experienced and the brightest guy they picked for this job, but he's now been he won't be rolling around anywhere. He'll be in jail for trafficking in cocaine. But he was a lawful permanent U.S. resident of a prison pretty soon now.
Or maybe this guy was the decoy. He was, you know what I mean? He was just smart enough to get caught.
There's a wheelchair next to him with 80 pounds of cocaine
exactly.
that just rolls by.
Yeah.
Well, he distracted them.
They're like, yeah, this guy's, we'll get the dumb one to be the decoy.
You have a knack for the crimes there, Dave.
I am clearly disabled, unlike my friend over there. I mean, this person who I don't even know.
Unlike the
He's a
guy
liar.
unlike the guy over there with the cocaine coming out of his wheelchair.
It's like a white powder, like
A
on
trail.
the wheels
Yeah.
behind him.
A trail of white powder.
How big is this wheelchair that he's got, 8 pounds of cocaine stuffed in it?
23 pounds.
23 pounds of cocaine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan, for you, 10 kilos. Sorry.
It's just like bursting at the seams, right? There's cocaine coming out everywhere out of that wheelchair.
I mean, was it one of those little like scooters and he like stuffed it in the basket and he hoped they wouldn't notice? I mean,
This is medicinal. This is for my glaucoma.
it's medicinal cocaine.
It's for my handicap.
It helps with my narcolepsy. Keeps me up all day.
Who knows what else he could be smuggling in here?
He probably also videotaped himself before loading up the cocaine too. Here, guys, there's more proof that I'm smuggling cocaine.
I don't think you would be smart enough to smuggle this much cocaine, sir.
Oh yeah, about a bit.
I'm meeting my friends at a party in Florida.
Look, here I am on TikTok.
Here's a TikTok on how to smuggle. TikTok, yeah, they do have how-tos on everything. How to get caught at the airport.
Here's my TikTok handle, Coke Smuggler at 234.
Nothing wrong there. Roll along, sir.
I wonder if he had any blowfish. You know, if he was smuggling any blowfish.
Google me.
Maybe that was in the wheels too. It's some puffer fish.
They're like, something smells fishy here.
And dolphins were following him.
I'm just a marine biologist. I'm a marine biologist.
Cocaine, blowfish. Sir, you're in deep trouble.
What kind of party are you having?
Just
Is
me and
there
a couple
something
of
you want to
dolphins.
tell us, sir? You mean about the cocaine or the blowfish? Yeah, I think he blew his cover there.
These are party favors. I'm going to a dolphin encounter.
And what an encounter it was.
All right, be careful with your smuggling. Don't giggle, don't give it away, and don't say, what cocaine, when they ask you where you're going. Thanks for listening. Please hit subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Late.
Bye. This sucked.